Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point ITC battle between my Genestealer Cult, all those blips, against Jason's Forces of Chaos. So the story that we've got going on here is that this is an arm of the Black Crusade that was sent out to go conquer this planet. They arrived and were destroying the local PDF when they suddenly found themselves under assault from another enemy that they had not expected, a Genestealer Cult that rose up to try to protect this planet for the Four-Armed Emperor and keep it ready to be consumed by the Great Devourer. So that's the story. We are going to be playing ITC. We're going to be playing, let me see which one we are doing. We're going to be doing ITC scenario number 6, Crucible of Champions. Essentially, there are 5 objectives on the table that you do the regular ITC scoring. So each of these ITC, each round, if you control an objective, you score a point. If you kill a unit during your turn, you score a point. At the end of the battle round, whoever holds more objectives scores a point, and whoever killed more units scores a point. There's a bonus for this round. If you have 3 objectives that are controlled by 3 different characters, you score an additional bonus point on your turn. We are also going to be doing, they have ITC secondaries. So for my secondaries, I chose Headhunter. I also chose Recon, and I chose Big Game Hunter. My opponent has chosen Headhunter, Reaper, and Old School. So Headhunter is you score a point for every character that you kill, up to 4. Big Game Hunter is if you kill a monster or vehicle that is 7+ power level, you get a point, up to 4. Recon is if you have, at the end of your turn, if you have a unit at least partially within all 4 table quarters, you score a point, up to 4. And if you have Reaper is for every 20 models that you kill of your opponents, up to, 80 models, so 4 times that you can score it, you score a point. And then Old School is if you can get first strike, so if you kill something in first turn, Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker, and Last Strike, which is kill something in the last battle round that is played. So that is going to be the mission. That is the story. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running 3 battalion detachments. Leading off the 1st battalion detachment, we have a Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor with a Patriarch and a Primus. We have 3 10-man Brood Brothers squads. Each squad has a grenade launcher in it. We have a Kellermorph, a Clamavis, a Nexus, and a Sanctus. For the 2nd battalion detachment, again, Four-Armed Emperor, we have a Magus and an Acolyte Icon Ward. This will be the Deliverance Brood Surge Specialty Detachment. We then have 3 squads of Acolyte Hybrids. We have a 10-man squad with Hand Flamers. We have a 20-man squad with 5 Heavy Rock Saws and an Icon, and a 5-man squad with 1 Demo Charge. We have a 2nd Kellermorph, and we have 3 heavy weapon squads with mortars. And for the 3rd and last detachment, it will be a Twisted Helix detachment. We have a Patriarch who will be my Warlord. He has a Familiar and an Abominate. We have 2 5-man Acolyte Hybrid squads and a 10-man Brood Brother squad with 2 Flamers. And last but not least, we have a 2nd Clamavis, a 5-man Aberrant squad with hammers, and an 8-man Aberrant squad with picks, along with a Hypermorph with an improvised heavy weapon. So for the Chaos Army here, he'll be running a Supreme Command detachment, a Battalion detachment, and a Spearhead detachment. Leading off the Supreme Command detachment, we have a Chaos Lord, a Dark Apostle, and a Sorcerer. Then for the Battalion detachment, we have a Malignant Plaguecaster and Typhus. We have 3 squads of Cultists. We have a 10-man squad with brutal close combat weapons, and we have a 20-man and a 30-man squad with autoguns. And we have a Tallyman and 2 Foul Blight Spawns. And for the Spearhead, we have a Chaos Lord. We have 2 Plague Burst Crawlers with Heavy Sluggers and Entropy Cannons. And last but not least, we have 2 Hellforged Leviathan Dreadnoughts with 2 Butcher Cannon arrays each and Hellflamers. All right, so this is the armies going over deployment. Mine are all in blips. Under these blips, there are the three. We've got the 3 heavy weapons teams. We've got the 3 5-man acolyte squads. We also have 2 of the 10-man Brood Brothers squads. We have the two aberrant squads. We have the Nexos. We have the Sanctus. And we have the Warlord Patriarch. Those are the units that are underneath, represented by blips. Going over deployment now here for the Forces of Chaos. We've got the 10-man squad along the front here. We've got the 20-man squad along the front over here. We got the 30-man squad back in the building over here on the objective. We've got the Malignant Plaguecaster. We've got the Foul Blight Spawn. We've got the 3 Chaos Space Marine characters over here. Back in here, we've got the Chaos Lord, along with the Tallyman, the other Foul Blight Spawn, 2 of the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, and the 2 Leviathan Dreads, and Typhus back behind them. So that is deployment. As of right now, the Forces of Chaos will be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. No fill face there. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 1. These 2, I was about to say guardsmen. These 2 cultist squads advanced up over this way. His 2 plague spears, not plague spears, what are they called? Foul Blight Spawn advanced up over this way, as did his Tallyman. Everybody else just kind of moved. He stood still, but he moved. Typhus moved up, as did the characters here, as did the Malignant Plaguecaster, and those guys stayed still back on the objective. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. I'll now reveal where I am. Alrighty, so here it goes. I've got one of my mortar squads over here, along with a 5-man acolyte squad. I got 2 5-man acolyte squads, including one with the demo charges back over here. I've got my Nexos. I've got 2 of my mortar squads back over here, along with 2 of my Brood Brothers squads. I spent 1 CP to return the 2 Aberrants and my Patriarch back to Deep Strike, back to Underground, and then my Sanctus revealed himself up here. When he reveals himself, he can use Line in Wait as or Perfect Ambush as a for free. So he's going to be using that now, which will allow him to shoot as though it's the shooting phase. So he is going to fire into his Foul Blight Spawn over there. So this is going to be hitting on a 2. That is a hit. He has the relic. I spent the extra CP to give him the relic. Gift from Beyond, which will be +2 to wound. So it's strength 4, toughness 4, or toughness 5?
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5. So it would be wounding on 5s, but now is going to be wounding on 3s. That's cocked. So on a 3, that's going to wound him. It's AP -1. So it's going to be looking for a 4-up save. And he's good. All right, so starting off the Psychic phase now, his Sorcerer is going to put Diabolical Strength onto his Dark Apostle. Does go off with a 7.
Yep, I needed it.
I should also mention that he had rolled and gotten Omen of Potency, which is the prayer of the Dark Gods that his guy did there. So he's going to have +3 attacks and AP -4 on his close combat weapon. And he's going to cast Prescience onto his Plague Burst Crawler over there.
Needs 7.
Needs a 7 to go off. Does not get it with a 4. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. Cocked. And it goes off. All right, so Tallyman's going to see if he can get it back, looking for a 7. Does not, but he's also got, what is it called?
Trusted War Leader.
Trusted War Leader, so on a 5+, he'll get it back. No. Typhus is going to cast Miasma of Pestilence onto the Leviathan over here.
Need a 6.
Need a 6. Does not go off with a 3. And Blades of Putrefaction onto the Cultist squad over here. Not going to go off with a 5. Oh, it does go off with a 5. Does go off with a 5.
So.
All right, so that's going to be it for the Psychic phase into the shooting phase. This Plague Burst Crawler is going to fire his mortars into my mortar team over here. So it's going to be D6 shots. Getting 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s or 4s. 4s, hitting on 4s. All right, so getting 1 hit. Strength 8, so 2 to wound. That is a wound. AP
-2.
-2, +1 because they are in cover, so it's going to be looking for a 6-up save. Hey, with that fill phase! Woo! And now my opponent's going to spend a command point on Blasphemous Machines onto his Plague Burst Crawler here, so he will be treated as if he hadn't moved. So the tally man looking for a 7. Does get it with a 7, so he gets that CP back. And that will be his 1 CP back for the turn here. So now he is going to fire. He has Prescience, so he's going to be hitting on 3s, but we'll do D6 shots. It's going to be 1 shot on a 3.
Oh,
he's going to spend a command point to reroll.
3.
Into 3 shots. Getting 2 hits, but the Chaos Lord's within 6 there. There we go, 3 hits. Strength 8, 2s to wound. That is going to be all 3 wounds there. 1 second. All right, so it's 3 wounds. Looking for 6s to save because of AP -2, +1 because of cover. Nope, none there. So what's the damage on those?
2D. That's going to be a D3.
D3. So the first one is 1 damage. That's going to kill a guy, and then the next one, because you hit all 3. So it's, yep. And then kills 2.
I got that.
All right, so because we're playing with ITC, where the first floor line of sight is blocked, my opponent actually can't see anybody else with his gun. So that is going to be it for the turn here. We got 1 morale test to take over here. So they lost 2 guys from his squad over there. So 2 plus 6 would be a fail, but I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Don't do it again. Oh, onto a 4, so he's good to go. So that is going to be it for turn 1 here. At the end of turn 1, my opponent does control an objective, but did not kill anything, so he's got 1 point for that. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase. These guys just kind of moved up around their 1 guy over in there. Everybody else just stayed still because that's kind of what Genestealer Cult do here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase because all my psychers are in deep strike. All right, so now my Sanctus is going to start us off here by firing into his Malignant Plaguecaster back over there. So I'm going to have 1 shot hitting on 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a toughness 5 again on him as well. So looking for a 3 to wound because of his +2. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Into a 6, so that's going to do a mortal wound plus AP -1. So looking for a 4-up armor save. No, fails that. So he's going to take D3 wounds. So 2 wounds, so 3 wounds total so far with Disgustingly Resilient. Makes 1 of them, takes 2 wounds, but then he automatically suffers Perils of the Warp because he's a Psyker with that there. So we'll see D3 wounds from that. It's going to be another 2 wounds, Disgustingly Resilient. Makes them both. Wow, well done. All right, so now this squad of mortars with the orange shoulder pads are going to fire into this squad of cultists. So it's going to be 3d6 shots. Getting 9, 10, 11, 12 shots. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty. And these are going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP nothing, so 6-up saves. Failing all but 1. And now the second squad over here is going to fire into them. Getting 11 shots. So these are now going to be, again, hitting on 4s. Alrighty. And wounding on 3s. That is going to be 4 saves there, 4 6-ups. Making 1 of those as well.
And the 2 CP.
And my last one over here is also going to fire into them. Getting 3 shots. Getting 3 hits. Getting 3 wounds. And no saves. All right, so that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. We do have a morale test to take here. He lost 8 guys there. The leadership is 6, so it's going to be a total of 6 guys also running away from there. And that is going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. At the end of the battle round, I did not kill anything, but I do hold something. My opponent also, at the end of the battle round, controls more objectives than me. I think he controls 3, I control 1. But neither of us killed anybody. So my opponent has 2 points for the round. I've got 1 point for the round. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Chaos here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 2. These guys advance, some of them leaving out of the building up there to try to get up over this way. This guy over here, these 2 guys advanced. No, those 2 characters just moved up. They moved up. He advanced, his Chaos Lord there. They moved up or advanced? Moved up,
They
right?
just moved
They
over.
just moved over. These cultists advanced up here. These characters moved up, as did the Tallyman over there. Then, at the end of the movement phase, my opponent spent 2 CP for Tide of Traitors and brought that 20-man squad back over here at full strength, looking on my dude bros over here. So we're going to see if he gets one of those 2 CP back with his, with his Tallyman. Nope, not with that. But can he get back 1? He does, so it only cost him 1 CP. All right, so starting off the Psychic phase now, he's going to cast Prescience onto his Plague Burst Crawler there. That will go off on a 9. And now he's going to put Diabolical Strength on the Chaos Lord.
6.
Needs a 6. Gets it with a 7.
That card. So I'll put it on.
And now Typhus is going to put Miasma of Pestilence onto his Leviathan over here.
6.
Needs a 6, gets it on it. And then he's going to put Blades of Putrefaction onto the Cultist over here.
5.
Needs a 5. Gets it. No, does not get it on a 4. All right, so my opponent is going to put Blasphemous Machines, spend 1 CP on that onto this Plague Burst Crawler so that both of them are going to be hitting on 4s since he's got Prescience. So we're going to start off with this guy going into my Lone Mortar back over here. Getting 1 shot. Ooh, he's going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into 2 shots.
Oh boy.
So these 2 shots now are going to be hitting on 4s, getting no hits. Rerolling the 1 because of the Chaos Lord. That is 1 hit, but that is not a wound. Sorry, it's a Plague Weapon. Rerolling 1s to wound. Into a wound over there, looking for a 6. Show me that filth face. No, so he is going to have D3 damage. Yeah, he did. And now the second one's going to fire into my white mortar squad over here. He's going to get 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Getting no hit. Oh, rerolling 1s because of the Chaos Lord. Into a hit. That is a wound. 6 up. No. And takes 1 wound. All right, so this Leviathan can just see around the corner that he's moved into these guys here. So he's going to fire his Butcher Array cannons.
2's rerolling 1s.
2's rerolling 1s. Reroll those 1s. And there's another one over here. All right, all but 1 hit. These are now going to be strength
8.
Strength 8, so 2's to wound. That is all but 3 wounds. What's the damage on the AP on these?
-1.
AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. So that's going to be how many there?
11.
11. So we got 6, 11. Whoop. 5 up saves because they are. Get back your dice. Because they are in cover. Oh no, they are way dead. All right, and that'll be it for the Chaos turn here on turn, whatchamacallit, turn 2. He did kill something and does hold something, so that will give him 2 points there. Yeah, he always holds them on the back there, so that's going to be 2 points for him. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. Apologize. All right, turn 2. Movement phase here. He stood still. All these guys in here stood still. These guys stood still. They advanced over around this way, and the other squad at the end of the turn went into Deep Strike. Now, some others came out of Deep Strike. So I've got a Kellermorph here, along with some Brood Brothers. I got another Kellermorph here. I've got my Patriarch over here, along with another set of Brood Brothers. I've got these guys. These guys, I spent 3 CP to move them D6 inches closer. They move 6 inches closer. I've got my Abominant over here, my Clamavus, and a Magus, and then I spent 2 CP to put these guys more than 3 inches away from these guys. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so first things first, we're going to do Mental Onslaught over here. He is going to cast it onto his Leviathan over there. So needs to go off on a 6. Will go off on an 8. Do you want to try to deny it? Going to try to deny it with Typhus. Does not deny it. So now we roll a contested leadership roll here. So I've got leadership of 10. What is his leadership? 1 second. All right, he's leadership 8, so I'm going to have +2 to my dice roll. So the first one is going to be a 6 and a 3, so he cannot beat that. So he's going to take 1 mortal wound. And now we just keep going on until you beat me or roll a 6. So on a 4 and a 1, he takes another mortal wound. On a 5 and a 6 ends it, so he takes 2 mortal wounds. All right, so now my Magus over here is going to cast Mind Control onto his Plague Burst Crawler there. That is not going to go off on a 3. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, my Sanctus here is going to fire into his sorcerer over there. So hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2 because it's +2 to wound. He's only tough 4. That is a wound. No mortal wounds though. AP -1, 4-up save. He's good. All right, so my Killer Morph here is going to fire into his Chaos Lord, hitting on 2s. All right, that's all but 1 hit, which means I get another 5 shots. Oh, get back here, dice. Don't roll away. All right, missing another 1 there. So these are now going to be Strength 4, Toughness 4, so looking for 4s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 7 wounds, AP -1, looking for 4-up saves. Ooh, he fails them all. 2 damage apiece, he is dead. And now my Keller Morph is gonna fire into his Sorcerer. All but 1 hit. And all but 1 hit again. These are gonna be wounding on 4s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4s. 5 wounds here. These are AP -1, so 5 4-up saves. Makes all but 1, so he takes 2 damage. And now my Hand Flamer bros are going to fire into his squad of guardsmen, of cultists over here. So it's going to be 10 Hand Flamers hitting, looking for D6 hits. I'll come back to that. All right, so it's 32 hits. These are going to be Strength 3, so looking for 4s to wound. Come back to that. All right, so we got 14 wounds over there. AP nothing, but he's got a bunch of guys out of cover over there, so these are going to be looking for 6-up saves. Making 1 of them, so 13 are dead. All right, so this squad of mortars back here is going to fire into them. So we got 3d6 shots. That's going to be, quite a few shots, 16. Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds at AP nothing. So 7, 5-up saves because they're in cover over there. Making 1 of them. And then the other 3 are going to fire into them as well. They're going to have 13 shots. 13 shots hitting on 4s. All right. Well done on those dice, Phil. And then wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP nothing, so 5-ups. Make none of them. All right, so this squad here is going to fire into them with their auto guns. So these are going to be, everything's in rapid fire range. So we've got 8 guys with auto guns, plus the auto pistol from the sergeant. Hitting on 4s. Looking for 4s to wound. All right, so that's going to be 5 wounds. AP nothing, so it's going to be 5 6-up saves. Making 1 of them. And then the frag grenade from the grenade launcher is going to get 5 shots on 4s to hit. And it's going to be 2 wounds, 2 6-ups. Making neither. And this squad of Brood Brothers is also going to fire into those cultists, hitting on 4s. So these are the auto guns. All right. And wounding on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds. Looking for 6-up armor saves. No. And the frag grenade. That's going to be 2 shots. That's going to be no hits. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, these guys are going to start off by charging into his Plague Burst Crawler. So we're going to have the shots here. Entropy Cannon and the Slugger on 6s. Getting 1 with the Slugger. Oh, re-rolling the Sluggers.
Re-rolling for the Chaos Lord.
Chaos Lord. 1's there. No wound from the Slugger there. So their charge distance is going to be in. And my Abominant is going to join them. He's got +1 from the Clamavis and +1 from himself because he's got the Field Commander trait. And he'll be in. All right, so into the fight phase now. We're going to start with my aberrants here. They've all got hammers there, so it's 2 attacks each, so 10 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s because of being unwieldy, but every 6 will count as 2 because of the abominant here. These are then going to be their twisted helix, which makes them strength 6, so it's going to be strength 12 against toughness 8, looking for 3s to wound. So 4s to hit. Alrighty, it's pretty good. And then we've got 3 additional hits because of those 6s. These are going to be looking for 3s to wound. Alrighty, so that is only going to be 4 wounds there. AP minus 3.
5 up invul.
It's 5 up invul saves. Makes 2 of them, so that's going to be 6 damage total. Alright, so 5 up field, ignoring wounds. Ignores 2 of them, so he takes 4 damage. And now my abominant is going to attack into him as well. So that's going to count as 2 hits there because of his ability. These are going to be, this is again going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound. 5 up invul. No, D6 damage. 6 damage. And he makes 1 of them.
6 flat.
All right, so now he is going to have 6 attacks into my aberrants over here. Getting re-rolling 1s. So that's going to be 1 hit. That is going to be a wound. What's the AP? No AP, so looking for a 5 up save. No, what's the damage? 1. So 5 up, ignoring wounds. No, so 1 takes a wound. All right, so at the end of the fight phase, I'm going to spend 3 CP for monstrous biohorrors to allow my twisted helix aberrants to attack again. So they're going to hit into him over there, looking for 4s to hit. Oh boy, oh boy.
That rolled well.
That was real not good. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. 5 up invul save. No, that's going to be 3 damage. He could do it if he fails all of these. But he will make 2 of them, only take 1 damage. Oh boy.
Rough.
All right, so into the morale phase here. My opponent is going to spend 2 CP to keep those guys auto pass there, but this guy over here lost 9 guys, so he's just going to auto run away. And that will be the end of the turn here. So I do control something. I did kill something. At the end of that turn, I killed 2 units. I killed his Chaos Lord and the squad of cultists in the front here. My opponent killed 2 units, leaving us tied for kill more. I control 1, 2 objectives. My opponent controls 1, 2 objectives because he's got more guys within range over there than I do, and they're both objectives secured. So leaving us with a tie for hold more as well. But I did score a headhunter point for killing his Chaos Lord. So that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 3.
Is that when you're rolling?
All right, movement phase for the Chaos here on turn 3. His Foul Blight Spawn advanced up over this way. These guys moved up over this way, right? They didn't advance, right? Those guys just moved up here. These guys moved up over this way. These guys all moved up over this way. He fell back out of combat, then Typhus moved up over here, and this guy stayed still, and he moved up over towards this way. They stayed still over there, and then he just kind of tucked himself around the corner there. Oh no, stayed still or tucked around?
He moved over a little.
He moved over a little bit. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off, he's going to put Blades of Putrefaction onto Typhus over here.
Need 5.
Needs a 5. Does not get it with a 4. He's going to spend a CP to reroll that into a 3, so it goes off. So Tallyman, see if he gets it back. Nope, will not, but then
War Leader.
Trusted War Leader, no. He's going to put Miasma of Pestilence onto himself. Does go off on a 6. And then Typhus is going to put Curse the Leper onto my Aberrants over here, looking for a 7. Does go off with an 11. So what's that do?
I need 7 dice, and 6s will be mortal.
7 dice and 6s will be mortals.
Well, not 6s. Whatever's over your toughness. What's your toughness?
Over my toughness. Toughness is 5. So yeah. So no, toughness 4. So 5s or 6s. Yep. 5s or 6s will be mortal wounds. Getting no mortal wounds. And then Typhus is going to smite into them. That will go off with a 10. I'm going to try to deny that.
Now, RPGs on Super Nintendo are going to be...
Nope, not with an 8. D3. 3 mortal wounds. 3. Feel no pains. Make 1, so 1's going to be dead. And now he's going to cast Prescience onto his Blight Crawler. Goes off with a 9. I'm going to try to deny that. Do not deny it, so he will have Prescience. And then Diabolical Strength onto his Deuter over there. That will go off with an 8. All right, so into the shooting phase, his Leviathan here is going to fire his Hellflamers into my Brood Brothers, and then he's going to be seized just around the corner into my Aberrants here with his Butcher Cannon Arrays. So we're going to do which one first? Butcher Cannon Array first. These are going to be hitting on 3s.
2s.
2s? He moved, right?
Doesn't matter with Death.
Oh.
Death Guard.
Death Guard, ignores that.
He still has Helper keyword.
And he re-rolls everything to hit?
No.
1 second. Sorry, 2s were successes, so he's got the 3 1s that he gets to re-roll.
Yep.
That is going to be all hits there. These are going to be strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. 2s to wound. Sorry, 2s to wound. 2s to wound. Alrighty then. So that's going to be a bunch. All right, so that's going to be 11 there. So there's going to be, I have to take them because there's got one guy that's still out of cover over there. So these are going to be 3 AP minus 2. Is it? AP minus 2. AP minus 1. So looking for 6 up saves. Nope, and then feel no pains because it's 2 damage apiece. It gets reduced down to 1 damage apiece. All right, so I ignored 2 of them. So this first guy over here is going to be dead. And then we've got 2 at a time. No saves. I ignored neither of those. So now the rest of these are going to be looking for 5 ups because they're in cover. Alrighty, and then 5 ups ignoring. No, ignore any of those. And now the Hellflamers, 2d6 hits. That is going to be 12 hits. Woof. All right, so 3s to wound. Come back to that. 7 minus 1, so 6 up serves. Making none of them. His Foul Blight Spawn is going to fire into my Patriarch.
D6 shots.
D6 shots, so that's going to be 6 hits over there. 1 second. Gotcha, so 6 hits, 2d6 strength. So that's going to be 6 strength over here. All right, my opponent's going to spend his last CP here to re-roll that 1 in the strength here. So getting it 3, so it's going to be strength 8. So he's going to have 6 hits here. He's going to be strength 8. He's going to be, try to get it back here with the Tallyman first. Nope. And then with his dude bro there. No. So that's it. He's going to be out of CP there. So I am toughness 6 with the addition of the Twisted Helix Relic onto him here. So it's going to be strength 8, toughness 6, so looking for 3s to wound.
I'll re-roll any 1s.
Re-rolling any 1s, so that's going to be 5 wounds there. AP minus 3, so he's going to have 5 up invul saves. Well, the first one I'm going to take on his familiar here. So then I've got 4 here. These are looking for 5 up invul saves. Making 2 of them. Now, I've got, what is it? Unquestioning Loyalty. So failed saves on a 4 up, I can pass them off and slay unit models from that unit. So I'm going to have these 2. I'm going to try to pass off 4 ups. I pass off 1 of them, so that's going to kill 1 of these guys. And then the other one is, how many wounds is it? A flat 3 damage. So he takes 3 damage. Rough. All right, so his other Leviathan is going to put the Hellflamers into my Acolytes over there. He's going to put 1 Butcher Cannon into these Brood Brothers and the other Butcher Cannon into these Brood Brothers. So what are you going to do first?
Hellflamer.
Hellflamers first. So that's going to be 6 hits. These are going to be strength 5, so 3s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. AP minus 1. So 4 6-up saves. Pass 2 of them. So now into my 2-man squad over here. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. All right, AP minus 1. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-up saves. No, they did. And then the other one into these Brood Brothers. Hitting on 2s. These are going to be wounding on 2s. All right, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. Make none of them. All right, so his Sorcerer is going to throw a crack grenade into my Kellermorph over here. That is a hit. Strength is 6, so that's going to be a wound. Yep. 4 was going to be 6. A wound anyway. AP minus 1, so 5-up save. No, that's going to go through. D3. Does 1 damage. And now the frag grenade into my Brood Brothers. 1 shot. 1 hit. No wound. Alright, so he's going to shoot his Plague Spear into my back squad over here. He's going to get 2 hits. Or two hits at strength 5. So these are going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound. AP minus. Oh, Plague Weapon. That is going to be 2 wounds.
-3.
AP minus 3, so that's just going to go straight through. Alright, so now his guys here are going to shoot into me with 12 shots. Hitting on 4s. And then strength 3, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. Failing all of them. Alright, so now his Plague Burst Crawler here is going to fire. He's going to put the entropy cannons and the slugger into this dude bro here. They can just see around the corner there from his tail end. And then the mortar is going to fire into my wounded squad back over there. So we're going to go with the slugger first. That is going to be 1 hit. Actually, those 2 are hits, right?
Yeah.
Because of prescience. So that's going to be strength what?
It's strength 5.
Strength 5, so that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP nothing.
1.
AP minus 1, so looking for 5 up saves. That is going to be cocked. That is also going to be cocked. Come on, boys. Nope. And then 1 damage apiece, 5 up. Make 1, fail 1. That's not enough. He's dead. And the mortar. It's going to get 3 shots. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds. Oh, no, strength 8, right? So that's 3 wounds. AP minus 2. So plus 1 because they're in cover. 6s. Nope, that's the rest of the squad.
Shots.
All right, so Typhus is going to fire his Destroyer Hive into my Abominant over here. So he's going to have 6 shots here. These always hit on 5s, correct? Yep, always hit on 5s. So that's going to be 2 hits. Strength 4, so looking for, that's going to be 1 wound there.
Minus.
It doesn't matter, that's going to go through the armor there. What's the damage?
1.
1 damage. And he takes it. And now the Tallyman is going to fire into him with his plasma pistol, supercharged. That's going to be a hit. That is a wound. AP minus 3, so that's going to go through the armor. So it's going to be 2 damage, which gets reduced down to 1 damage. And he takes it. All right, so now these guys over here, these cultists are going to fire into my Keller Morph up over here. All but 7 of them are out of are in rapid fire range. And they are all closer to him than they are to my cultists, to my Brood Brothers over there. So that means that they're all going to get their shots into him. 33 shots coming into him over here, hitting on 4s. Come back to you with that. So that's going to be 21 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. We got 7 wounds into him over here. So these are going to be 4 up armor saves. I failed 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use my Magus's reroll because he took the Warlord trait because I used the Brood Coven to give him a Warlord trait. Nope, still failed it. So he is dead. And I'm going to spend a CP to reroll one of the other ones. No, still failed. Do I get it back at least? No, I don't. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his Dark Apostle is going to charge into my Kellermorph and my Brood Brothers. So we're going to go with the Kellermorph's Overwatch first, looking for 6s. Getting 2 hits, which means I get 2 additional shots. Getting no additional hits, adds up to a 6, but does not help me. Looking for 4s to wound. That is 2 wounds, AP minus 1, 2 4-up saves. Makes one of them, fails one of them, so he takes 2 damage. And now the auto gun and auto pistol shots. No hits on there. So,
5.
Needs a 5-inch charge. Oh, just not enough. And now the Sorcerer is going to do the same thing. Overwatch. Getting 2 more hits with the Kellermorph. And getting a 3rd hit. 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds, 2 4-ups. He fails one of them, so he takes 2 damage. Down.
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead. All right, so now his cultists here are going to charge into them as well. Kellermorph overwatching. Man, he has been on fire today. Getting another hit. Looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 dead cultists because it's AP minus 1. And then we've got 3 shots with the las guns.
All I can reach is him.
Oh, he's the only one within range? Oh, okay, so it's just going to be into him over here. So looking for an 11-inch charge. Does not make it. All right, so now his Leviathan's going to charge into my acolytes over there. So we've got 4 guys within 8 inches for their hand flamers. So we're going to have 6, 7, 8, 12, 13 hits. So 13 hits. These are going to be looking for 6s to wound. Getting 1, 2 wounds, 2 2-up saves. He's good. He needs a 4-inch charge.
3.
Oh, no! So now the Plague Burst Crawler is going to try to charge into them. 2 are in range. So that's going to be 8 hits. All right, so these are going to be looking for toughness 8, so looking for 6s. No wounds. Oh, no, 1 wound. 1 wound there. 1 regular save. No, takes a wound, and then his charge distance.
Feel no pain.
Oh, no, feel no pain? Nope.
Need a 5.
Need a 5. He makes it way in. And now his cultists here are going to charge in. They are in. And his Leviathan here is going to charge into my Patriarch. 11 will get him in. And so will he, charging in. 10 will get him in. And Typhus is going to charge into the Abominant. That is going to be 7 inches. He's in. All right, so that's it for the assault phase. Into the fight phase, Typhus is going to attack into my Abominant, hitting on 2s. That is going to be all hits. Strength 7, so 3s to wound.
Well, +1 to wound, 6s will be mortal.
So 2s to wound, 6s are mortal. So it's going to be 2 mortal wounds.
Plague weapon.
So it's going to be 3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds plus 3 hits there. AP minus, what is it? AP minus 3. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so those are 3 damage apiece, which get reduced down to 2 damage apiece, plus the 3 mortal wounds, 11 wounds here. He has to try to ignore here on 5-ups. No, he is way dead. All right, I'm gonna spend 2 CP to interrupt with my Patriarch. He's gonna put all of his, he's gonna put 2 attacks into his dude bro down over here, and he's gonna put 6 attacks into his Leviathan, because I've got both the Warlord trait of biomorph adaptation, which gives him +1 attack, +1 strength, and then he's gonna have, he has the Twisted Helix, which gives him another attack there, so he's gonna have a total of 8 attacks that are gonna go here. So 6 into the Leviathan and 2 into his Foul Blight Spawn. So we're gonna do the 6 into the Leviathan, hitting on 2s. Oh boy, okay. These are now gonna be wounding on 5, strength 7, toughness 8. Rerolling because of his monstrous rending claws. Yeah, okay. And now into the Foul Blight Spawn. That is going to be 1 hit. That is a wound with a 6. That's going to be AP minus. It's going to be AP minus 6, and it's going to be flat 3 damage to him here. So ignoring wounds, he ignores none of them, so he just takes 3 damage. All right, so now the Foul Blight Spawn's going to attack into him over here. That is going to be 1 hit, no wound. And then the Leviathan is going to be attacking in here. That is going to be all hits, strength 8, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing, right? So looking for 4-up armor saves. No, failed both of those. So now the Plague Burst Crawler is going to attack into my dude bros. Nothing there. And now the cultists are going to attack over here. That is a couple of hits there, pretty good. Strength 3, right? So that's going to be 2 wounds. Making 1. All right, so he has to attack over here, but these guys are going to attack into his cultists over here. So we're going to do the 1 into the Plague Burst Crawler. That is going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound at AP minus 3. So it's just going to be a 5. No, this is into these guys, sorry. This guy. So it's going to be 1 AP minus 3. Not going to be a save, and then disgustingly resilient. No, he takes a wound. And the cultist knife attack. No hit there. And then these guys into the cultist, 2 attacks each on 3s. And then wounding on 3s. That is going to be 4 dead cultists because it's AP minus 1. And then the cultist knife attacks. That's going to be 2 more hits. 2 more wounds. They've got 6-up saves. No, dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the fight phase. I've got a leadership test to take over here. They lost 6 guys. 6 plus 5 is 11. So 3 guys run away over here. So, boop. And then I've got the 1 over here. They lost 6 guys. So plus 2 because of that. They're going to run away over there as well. All right, so that's the end of the turn here for the Chaos on turn 3. He does hold an objective, and he did kill something, so he gets those points there. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. These guys moved up over this way. These 2 guys stood still. They stood still. These guys advanced onto the objective over here. The Kellermorph moved up over here. Patriarch is stuck there in combat the way he's got positioned. I cannot get out of that position there. And then, out of Deep Strike, in came my other Patriarch and the squad of Brood Brothers that I had put up there. These guys moved back over here to make room for these guys to come over here. He fell back over here onto the objective. These guys all rounded out looking on these guys over here. And that is going to be it for the turn here, the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting off, my Patriarch here is going to give himself Might from Beyond. That is going to go off on a 7. Going to try to deny it with Typhus. Does with a 9. Okay. My Magus is just going to cast Smite onto him. That will go off with a 10. So other sorcerers out of range. So it's going to be D3 mortal wounds, 3 mortal wounds. And he's also going to cast Smite into him. That is going to go off on a 6. Oh, you might be able to deny it. Yep, you should be able to deny it.
6,
you said? So you need a 7. Does not deny it, so he's going to take the 1 mortal wound. And now he's going to start the shooting phase into his Dark Apostle there. That is going to be all hits, so getting another 6 shots into here on 2s. That is going to be all hits, wounding on 4s. Getting a bunch of wounds there. So that is going to be 9 wounds. AP minus 1. No, he is going to be dead. All right, so this mortar squad is going to fire into his Foul Blight spawn. So we're going to get 14 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty. And then looking for 5s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. He makes them both. The other squad's going to do the exact same thing. So that is going to be 11, 12, 13. Hitting on 4s. Oh, that is not great. Wounding on 5s. Getting another 2 wounds. Ooh, fails them both. 5-up Disgusting Resilience. Oh, takes them both. All right, so my Sanctus is going to fire into his dude bro over there. That is a hit. Which one was that? Bumps. These guys are going to fire their pistols. That is going to be 2 hits. There's going to be no wounds. Brood Brothers here are going to fire into the cultists. Wounded on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds. 3 6-ups. Making 1. And then the frag grenade. Going to get 5 shots here. Getting all hits. Getting 3 wounds. 3 dead. Cultists here are going to fire into his Leviathan Dreadnought there. So 20 shots. And 6s to wound. Getting 1 wound. And he's good. All right, so now we're going to go into the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into his Foul Blight spawn. So he's going to get 1 hit. This is going to be strength 10, so wounded on a 2. That is a wound, AP minus 3. So that is going to be 1 dead dude bro, but they are definitely in. All right, so now my dude bros here are going to charge into his Leviathan and his Plague Burst Crawler. Leviathan's going to go first on 6s. Not getting anything there. And then the Plague Burst Crawler getting 2 hits with the whatchamacallit, the Slugger. That's going to be no wounds there. And then the 2 Entropy cannons getting no hits there. So they are Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor, so they're +1 to their charge when they come in. They've got a Clamavus there that's going to be +2 to their charge. They need a 7-inch charge to get in, and they get to reroll because of the Acolyte Icon Ward, who has the field commander from the Deliverance Brood Surge. And on a 2, I will be re-rolling that. Into an 8, they're good. And now my Acolyte Icon Ward is going to charge into his dude bro over here. Bolt pistol. No hits there, so he needs a 7-inch charge as well. And he's in. Now my Patriarch is going to charge into these guys. No Overwatch because he has the Amulet of the Void Worm. He needs a 9-inch charge though because he doesn't get the benefit of... oh no, he's got extra charge now, so I need a 10-inch charge now because the guys he pulled away there. No benefit to his cult because of being Genestealer. And he will not make it. These guys now are going to charge into Typhus and the Plague Burst Crawler. So Typhus, it's going to be 5 shots. Hitting on 5s because he always hits on 5s. That's going to be 2 hits. 2 wounds. AP -1, so 6 up saves. No. 1 damage each, so 5 up ignoring wounds. Ignore 1 of them. And then the Plague Burst Crawler over here.
How far away are you? You're within 12?
Yes, should be. Should I? 1 second. They actually couldn't have made it into there, so they're just going to go into Typhus over here. 6 inches will not get them in because they were 9 inches away, and they got +1 because of him. But that was it, so that will not get him in. So that is going to be it for the assault phase. We'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so over here, heavy rock saws plus a couple of the Dubros are going to go into here, into his Leviathan. Everyone else is going to go into his Plague Burst Crawler. So we're going to go with the heavy rock saws first. They get +1 to hit because of the my Primus, who's got the Alien Majesty Warlord trait. They're within 9 of him. He also is the chosen target for this, so they're going to get reroll 1s to wound, reroll 1s to hit because of the icon in there. So it's going to be 10 shots, hit 10 attacks from the heavy rock saws, hitting on 2s and 4s to, oh no, that's re-rolling 1s to hit. So that's going to be 2 more hits, wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s to wound. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at AP -4. So he's got 4 up invul save. So he fails, makes 1 of them, so he fails 5. That is going to be 10 damage. And then we have 4 guys attacking into him with their claws, including the leader, so that's an extra attack into there. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. All right, not meant to be. These are now going to be looking for 6s to wound. Re-rolling 1s, thankfully. No, not that it made a difference. And then 4 cultist knives. That is re-rolling 1s. And then again, 6s. Getting 1 wound there, 2 up armor save. This one has no AP. He's good. And then the rest of the dude bros are attacking into his Plague Burst Crawler there. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling the 1s. All right, 1 miss there. These are now going to be toughness 8 as well on him, on the Plague Burst Crawler. Yeah, so looking for 6s on this as well. Rerolling 1, rerolling nothing. 1. Got 1 wound there. It's AP -4, so it's just gonna be his 5 up invul save. No, disgusting resent. No, takes a wound. And cultist knife attacks. Rerolling those 1s. 6s. Getting 1, 2, 3 of those. AP nothing. So he fails 1, but he's good there. Now my cultists are going to attack him over here. 3s. That is, woof, all hits. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Toughness 5, so looking for 5s to wound. Alrighty, so that is going to be 3 at AP -4. So those are just, or yeah, AP -4. So this is just going to go straight into the Feeling Pains. Makes 1 of them, fails 2, so he is dead. Now my Acolyte Icon Ward is going to attack into his Malignant Plaguecaster. 4 attacks hitting on 2s because he's within range of the Primus there. No rerolls though, because he doesn't have an icon in him. That is going to be toughness 5, so no wounds there. So now my Patriarch is going to be my regular attack into here. He's going to go, 7 of his attacks are going to go into the Leviathan, 1 into the Foul Blight Spawn. So 7 attacks hitting on 2s. Okay. And these are now going to be strength 7 again, looking for 5 to wound. That one's cocked. All right, re-rolling because of monstrous rending claws. Okay, 1 at AP minus 6.
4 up.
So 4 up invul save. He's good. And then 1 attack into the Foul Blight Spawn. Not going to hit.
Blight Spawn.
All right, Foul Blight Spawn's going to start us off attacking in here. That is going to be 3 hits. That is toughness, strength. What is it? 1 wound over there. But he's good with a save. Woo! And now the Leviathan. That is going to be all hits. That is going to be 3 wounds. Strength 8, so it's going to be 4 wounds.
No AP.
4 up saves. Fails 1! All right, so now his... what is his name again?
Malignant Platecaster.
Malignant Platecaster is going to attack into my my Acolyte Icon Ward. So he's going to have 3 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, so it's going to be 2 hits. Strength.
It is strength.
That's a thing, +2, so that's going to be... so strength 6, so that's going to be... strength 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP...
-1.
AP -1. Making no saves there. D3 apiece. So it's going to be 2, 4 damage there. He's got 6 up, ignoring wounds because of his banner. And I ignored 2 of them, so he's still alive. So now the Leviathan's attacking back. That's all hits. Is he hitting on 2s now that he's at 4? Oh no, he's only taken 4 wounds.
No, he's hitting on 3s.
Oh, he's hitting on 3s.
But
And that's going to be wounds. AP, no minus, so 5 ups. Fail 3. And now we've got the attacks from the Plague Burst Crawler. That's going to be 1 hit. No wound. So every model that the Leviathan slays, he can get back a wound.
5 up.
On 5 up, gets back 1. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. We've got a leadership test to take over here. They lost 5. 5 plus 2 is 7, so 1 guy is going to run away. And then I have over here, they lost 3 guys. So 3 plus 5 is 8. They're good to go because they've got the leader in there. So that is going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. I did kill something, and I do hold something, and I have the bonus because I've got a character within 3 of contesting range of 3 of the objectives there, giving me the bonus. As far as kills go, my opponent definitely killed more, but I do hold more with 1, 2, 3, 4 being held. So that is going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 4. Movement phase for Chaos here on turn 4. These guys moved up here looking on my poor Kellermorph. What did he ever do to you? Over here, these 2 guys stayed in combat with my Patriarch. He is moving his way up over this way, the Chaos Lord. The Tallyman advanced up over this way. Typhus just moved up over this way. This guy stood still. The Leviathan fell back out of combat, as did this Plague Burst Crawler. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, sir. And he stayed in combat over here. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting with the psychic phase, he's going to cast Smite over here. That's going to go off on an 8. I'm going to try to deny it. I will not with a 7. Going to give him 2 wounds. 2 6-ups or he's dead. Or 1 at least. No, he is dead. And he's going to put Miasma of Pestilence onto the Leviathan over there.
He's 6.
He's a 6, goes off. Typhus is going to cast Curse the Leper onto my Aberrants over here. On a 5, does that go off? No. And he's going to smite. No, not on a 3. All right, so now these guys here are going to start us off in the shooting phase into my Kellermorph. 4s to hit and 4s to wound. And he got 7 wounds, so 7 5-up saves. Phew, making a 0. Foul Blight Spawn's going to fire his bolt pistol into my dude, bro. No hit. Typhus is going to fire his Destroyer Hive into them. Getting 4 shots. Hitting on 5s because he always hits on 5s. Getting 3 hits. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1, so 6-up saves. Making none of those. 1 damage apiece, so 5-up, ignoring wounds. Ignoring both of them. Woo! It's actually -3, but I didn't make any of the saves anyway. I just made those. Feel no pains. Malignant Platecaster is going to fire his bolt pistol into my dude bros. That is not a hit. His Chaos Lord here is going to fire his bolt pistol.
Line of sight obscuring stuff.
That is going to hit.
That's a good one.
That is not going to wound. So now his Plague Burst Crawler over here is going to fire his whatchamacallit, the heavy, the Slugger and the Entropy Cannons into my Acolyte Dude Bros here, and he's going to fire the Mortar into these Acolyte Dude Bros over there. So we're going to go with hitting on 5s with the, which ones? The Slugger first? That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be no wounds. 2 Entropy Cannons, getting 1 hit. Getting a wound, AP -4, so that's just going to pop this guy dead. Boop. And now the Mortar is going to fire into those dudes. Getting 5 shots. Again, hitting on 5s. Getting 3 hits. That is 3 wounds. AP -2. So that's just going to kill 3 guys. Starting over here, the Chaos Lord is going to charge into my my Patriarch over here. He needs an 8-inch charge to get in around his Leviathan there. Makes it. Typhus is going to charge into my Aberrants. He will be in. And now his Plague Burst Crawler is going to charge into my Acolytes over here, overwatching with pistols. So that is going to be for 5 hits. And then looking for 6s to wound. No wounds there. So his charge distance, 3 inches will not get him in. Look, the Plaguecaster is going to charge into my Primus over there. He's going to fire Overwatch. Not get a hit there. 4 inches will not get him in. All right, he's going to start with Typhus here into my Aberrants. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be strength what?
Oh, I do get a reroll.
Oh, reroll because of the Tallyman?
The Tallyman, he does.
The Tallyman gives rerolls hits. All right, so that's going to be 4 hits. What's the strength on this?
Strength 7.
Oh, so strength 7, so that's going to be 1 wound. AP -3, so it's going to go straight through, straight 3 damage, which becomes 2 damage, ignoring wounds on a 5-up. Nope, take it. And now his Chaos Lord is going to attack into my Patriarch. He's going to get all hits. Going to get 2 wounds.
No minus.
Oh, and I fail 1 just enough to kill him, and that is Slay the Warlord. All right, so now my Aberrants here are going to attack into Typhus. So I'm going to have, these are going to be the regular pick attacks first. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Typhus is toughness 5. They are strength 6 because of Twisted Helix, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, 7 AP -2, so he's got 4-up invul saves. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So that's 4 D3 damage. That is going to be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds. Disgustingly resilient. Failing 4 of them, so he takes 4 wounds.
I got it.
And then the Rending Claw attacks. These are going to, again, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. All right, so it's going to be, well, let's see. 4 are going to be AP -4, and then 4 are AP -1. So we got 4 that are at,
4
let's do 4 4-ups. Failing 1 of those, and then 4 3-ups. Making all of those. So 1 disgustingly resilient. No, it takes it. And then the Hypermorph with his hammer, or his improvised heavy weapon, hitting on 3s. And these are going to be wounding on 2, so strength times 2. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -1, so 3 3-ups. Fails 1, that's 2 damage, so it's going to be 2 disgustingly resilience. 2 5-ups. Makes 1, fails 1, and he is dead. All right, so I consolidated into his Tallyman over there. Tallyman's going to attack back. So that's going to be 1 hit. Oh, re-rolling because of himself. That's 2 hits. There's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing. 5-ups. Failed both of those. 5-ups. No, don't ignore any of those. All right, so I've got 1 leadership test to take over here. That is going to be good to go since I only lost 2 guys there. And that is going to be it for the Chaos turn here on turn 4. We'll come back to after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase. These guys moved up here. He advanced around over to here. These guys moved up over this way. They stayed in combat over here. These guys moved up here so they can have an easier charge around here. He advanced onto the objective over here, and he stayed on that objective. He moved up over this way. He moved up over this way. Those two guys stayed still. All of the mortars stayed still, and those guys stayed still. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so we're going to start off with Smite from my Patriarch here into his cultists. That is going to go off with a 9.
My next one is going to be.
You should be able to. Looking for a 10. No, so that's going to be D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. My Magus here is going to cast Mass Hypnosis onto his Leviathan Dread over there. That's going to go off with a 7. You got no one else to deny over here? Okay, so that's going to be it. So that's going to go off. So he is going to be unable to Overwatch, -1 to hit, and fights last in the fight phase. All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to start with my Sanctus into his... what's his do, bro? This Psyker over here, whatever his face is. Malignant Plaguecaster. I've said it a billion times. Could not remember. Hitting on a 2. That is going to be a hit. Wounding on a 3 because he's tough 5. Not on a 1. Mortars are going to fire into him because why not? We'll do the first squad there. So that's going to be 10 shots. On 4s. All right, and then wounding on 5s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 up saves because he is in cover. Fails 2, and he is going to have Field of Pains. Oh, he makes 1 of them, so he's still alive with 1 wound. And the next squad is going to do the same thing. That is going to have 14 shots. Hitting on 4s. Alrighty then. These are now going to be wounding again on 5s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 up saves. Failed 1. Field of Pain. Oh, he's good. Pistol from my from the Acolyte there. That is not a hit. And then the Primus is going to fire into him as well. That is a hit. Wounding on 2 because it always wounds on a 2. That is a wound. AP nothing. That's cocked. He's good. And now these guys here are going to fire into his cultist, looking for 4s to hit. Alrighty. That was pretty good hitting there. Wounding on 4s. That is pretty good. So we've got 4, 6, 7 wounds. AP nothing, so 7 6-ups. Woo, boy, making 4 of them, so 3 are dead. And the frag. That's going to be 5 shots. Get back here, dice. What is going on? Alrighty then. That is going to be 1 wound. He did. Cultists here are going to fire into the Leviathan.
+1.
Wow, that was
And then you get a chance to seize.
a real special right there. 3. Getting no wounds. My Patriarch here is going to assault into his dude bros there. No Overwatch because he's got the amulet of that Void Worm, and he is in. My Acolyte here is going to charge into his Malignant Plaguecaster. Overwatch. Crack Grenade. That's a hit. That is a wound.
+1.
That ain't a save. He is dead. It don't matter. You got 1 wound. And then my Primus is going to do the same thing.
Crack Grenade.
Crack Grenade. No hit this time. And he's in. All right, so now this big squad here is going to charge into these dude bros over here. He can't Overwatch because he's got Mass Hypnosis. So it's just going to be the 2 over here. So we're going to go with the Sluggers first. Getting 1 hit, 2 hits. That is going to be 2. Well, no. Well, yes, 2 wounds. That is going to be 1 save. Then we've got the whatchamacallits. Oh no, he's there. This is going to be the Entropy Cannons. That is going to be 3 hits. Oof. That is 3 dead guys. And here comes their charge distance. It's way in. All right, so we're going to start over here with my heavy rock saws attacking into his Leviathan. He's got Miasma of Pestilence, so it's going to be -1 to hit, +1 to hit because of the Primus. So 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the icon. Alrighty. These are going to be strength ×2, so looking for 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the Primus. No, none there, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP -4. So 5 4-ups. Makes all but 1, so he just takes 2 damage. We've got 7 claw attacks going into the Leviathan here. That's going to be -1 to hit, +1 to hit, so it's just going to be looking for 3s. These are now going to be wounding on 6s. Rerolling 1s. So getting 1 at AP -4, so 4 up invul save. Oh, he's good. And then we've got the cultist knives. It's going to be all hits, making no wounds. And 3 guys over here into his Plague Burst Crawler, rerolling 1s to hit. So that's going to be, oh no, he's not -1 to hit. So there we go. Again, 6s. Rerolling nothing. So that's going to be 2, so 5 up invul save. Makes 1, fails 1, feeling the pain. Nope, so he's going to feel that. And then we've got 3 cultist knife attacks. That's all hits. No wounds. And now my Primus is going to attack over here on 2s. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, so no wounds.
Peel off the
And now he's going to attack in. That's, yeah, a bunch of dead guys. And now my pick bros are going to fight over here. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 5 wounds at AP -2. So looking for 5 up saves. Failing 2 of them, D6 damage, or D3 damage each. So that's going to be 4 damage total. Ignores 3 of them, takes 1. And then the claw attacks.
anything like that.
The only thing in range is my twin las cannon.
All right, and then looking for, again, 3s.
Cannon on him.
3s. All right, so we've got 1 at AP -4, and then 6 at AP -1. So 6 at 4 ups because AP -1. So it's going to be 2 fails, just 1 damage apiece on those.
I think everything on the board has a 5.
And he makes 1, so he takes 2 more damage. And then we've got the hypermorph
But I might miss out
on
on
2s. That's 2 wounds at AP -1.
bloat dude next to him.
Makes both of them. All right, so now he is going to attack back over here. That is going to be 1 hit.
Reroll.
Reroll, so he rerolls everything? Okay, and then
Similar to a
Chapter Master.
no.
And then a Chaplain. Okay, yep, so that's going to be 2 wounds.
Strength 4.
Strength 4, yep. So 2 wounds.
Fortunate. 5 up.
1 save, and then what's the damage?
That's the end of the turn.
1 damage.
I am going to score.
And I don't ignore it. All right, so now this Plague Burst Crawler is going to attack over here. Getting 1 hit.
What am I talking about?
All right. That is going to be a wound. That is a save. And now this guy gets to go. No hits there. And the Leviathan.
He's hitting on.
He's hitting on 4s, so that's going to be 1 hit there because of being in the less profile there. And that is a wound. And no save. Can he get a wound back because of that? No. And the Malignant Plague Caster. He's going to get 1 hit. 1 wound. No save. Damage D3. Takes 3 damage. All right, so I've got 1 morale test over here. They lost 5 guys.
Going down from
Plus 6 is 11, so 3 more guys are going to run away. Not great. But that's going to be it for the Genestealer Cult turn here. I did kill something, and I do hold an objective. And I have the bonus because of all of the characters that I've got on objectives there. At the end of the round, you killed 2, right? And I killed, how many did I kill? No, you killed 1 and I killed 2. So I get kill more and I have hold more. So what's up?
Typhus.
Yeah, Typhus and then the squad over there. So that's going to be it for the turn. We'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 5. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 5. These guys moved up over this way. He advanced up over this way, and these 3 guys all fell back, but he stayed in combat over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so he's going to cast Miasma of Pestilence onto his Leviathan first. That's going to go off on an 8, on a 10.
Yeah, we ice and everything like that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try to deny because I think I've got 2 guys that are in 24. Not going to deny it there. So
You're just out of.
just out of 24, that's fine. So
And smite.
and then smite. And that's going to go off. So
Might end up killing myself.
might end up killing himself. So, well, first you have to see, you have to roll your D3 damage to yourself. 2. So does he ignore it? He does not. So he will be dead. But then something nasty is going to happen. All right, so as he is dragged into the warp there, we are going to roll D3 mortal wounds from a dude bro over here. 1 mortal wound, so he's still alive. So starting off, his foul blight spawn is going to fire into my patriarch.
D6 shots.
D6 shots. So it's going to be 1 shot. Damage 2d6. Strength 8. So this is going to be looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP minus 3. So he's got a 4 up invul save because he's got +1 against shooting. No, that's going to go through. So straight 3 damage. He takes 3. All right, so now his Leviathan Dreadnought's going to put a flamer into each of my characters over here, and then the Butcher Cannons into my dude bros over there. So we're going to go with the first flamer onto the Clamavis. It's going to get 4 hits, looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP minus 1, so 6 up saves. Making 1, failing 1. That does 2 damage, so he's down to 2. And then onto my Magus.
Gets it. +1
It's gonna get 2 hits.
within 6 inches of
It's going to be 1 wound. And no save, 2 damage. And now the Butcher Cannons into my Acolytes.
Gonna reroll 1.
Rerolling 1s. And then these are going to be wounding on strength, what is it? 8, so 2s to wound. Alrighty, so that is going to be
So -3, 13.
13, and these are going to be AP minus 1. So we got 13 saves. 13 6-ups. I made 1, 2, 3 of those. So that is going to be 3, 6, 9, 10 guys dead. And then the Chaos Lord is going to throw a crack grenade into my Magus.
It's your choice.
That is a hit. That is a wound.
This is just
No save there. 1 wound. And then Teleman's going to fire his plasma pistol into these dude bros. That is not a hit. All right, so into the assault phase, Leviathan's going to charge into these 2 guys. Overwatching. No hits there. So his charge distance. Oh yeah, he's in. And the Chaos Lord's going to charge into my Magus. That is in. All right, so into the fight phase. Leviathan's going to attack into, what's he going to do? 2 and 2. So we're going to do 2 into the Clamavis first. That's going to be 1 hit. Reroll because of Chaos Lords. That's 2 hits. 2 wounds. Making no saves. That Clamavis is dead. And now into my Magus. That's 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. He dead too. See if he gets his wounds back for those. Does not. So now the Teleman gets to activate. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be strength 4, right? 1 wound. No save. But I ignore the wound. All right, so now the picks are going to attack back over here. That's hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds at AP minus 2. No, those are going to go through. D3 damage apiece. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5 damage here. No, he is dead. And then they're going to consolidate into the Leviathan, not into the Chaos Lord, because he just didn't want to do that. So that's going to be that. All right, so that's the end of the turn. Morale phase, he's no way he can stay there. So that is going to be it. My opponent did kill something, but he doesn't control an objective because that guy got sucked into the warp over there, and I'm contesting it with him over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase, for his turn there. So we will come back to you, though, with the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 5. All right, movement phase. These guys moved up here, looking on him up there. He advanced around over this way. They stayed where they were. He stayed where he was. These guys stayed where they were. They stayed where they were. One guy moved over there, pardon me. They stayed in combat, and that's going to be it. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so we're going to start the psychic phase. He's going to cast Mental Onslaught onto his Leviathan over here. On a 7, it will go off. He's got no more psychers denied, so we will have a contested leadership test now. So I'm +2 to his. So 2 plus 3 is he's going to take a mortal wound because I'm +2. Then we do the next one. 2 plus 2, so that's going to be a second mortal wound.
Okay.
4 plus 2, that's going to be a mortal wound.
I got 1 more.
1 more left. I've got a 2 and a 6, so it goes off there. He's got 1 wound left. All right, so that's it for the psychic phase into the shooting phase. My mortars, the front squad's going to shoot into him. That's ones that all stayed still into his Leviathan there. So it's going to get 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. 9 hitting on 4s. Okay, and wounded on 6s. 1 wound there. So he's got a 2-up armor save. He's good. And then we're going to have 2 guys over here and 1 that moves. So the 2 that didn't move are going to have 5 shots on 4s. All right. That's going to be 2 hits. And then the other guy is going to have 3 shots hitting on 5s. No shots there. 6s. No wounds. My Sanctus is going to fire into his foul blight spawn over there. That's a hit. That is not a wound again. Ow! All right, so now these guys are going to fire into his foul blight spawn up there. Do the crack grenade first. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And then all the las. And then wounded on 5s. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds over here. AP nothing, so 4 2-ups. Failing 1. Oh, but he makes that. All right, so that's it for shooting into assault. He's going to charge into both of them. He's got the Amulet of the Void Worm, so no Overwatch, and he's in. All right, so into the fight phase. My Patriarch here is going to attack everything into his Leviathan Dread there. So it's 6 attacks on 2s. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 5s. Rerolling because of Monstrous Rending Claws. All right, so it's going to be 2 wounds. One's at AP minus 3. Oh, no, they're at least... Well, no, this one's a flat 3 damage. Oh, he doesn't have any...
He has 1 wound left.
He's only got 1 wound left, and he doesn't have any field of pain. So he's going to have 2 4-up invul saves. No, and he is dead. Does he explode? He does not. All right, so now my Aberrants are going to attack in. 2 of them are going to go into his Chaos Lord. The others are going to go into the Leviathan. So we're going to go with the ones in the Leviathan. Regular Aberrants first, hitting on 3s with the picks. Alrighty. These are strength 6, so 5s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 2. 4 ups. No, fails them both. D3 damage. That is going to be 3, 4, 5 damage. And now their Rending Claw attacks. Those are going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound at AP minus 4. Oh, so he takes 1 wound. And then we'll go with the Hypermorph into him. These are going to be strength times 2, so wounding on 3s. That is wounding on 3s. Strength 12. Strength 12 into.
Oh, into him.
Yeah, into him. Yeah, that's going into him. So that's going to be 3 wounds into there. AP minus 1, so 3 3-ups or 4 3-ups. Fails 1 of them, so that's going to be 2 damage. And then we'll have the other 2 going into the Chaos Lord. These are with the picks. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 2. That is going to be failing 1, so D3 damage. 3 damage to him, so he doesn't have disgusting resent. Oh, okay. All right, he's got 2 left, and then now we've got the claws. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be no wounds. All right, so now Leviathan's going to attack back. That's going to be, what's he at with 1 wound left? It's 2 hits there, 4s to hit. That is going to be 1 wound. That's not a save. And that does not ignore a wound. Does he get a wound back? He does. And now the Chaos Lord. He's going to have all hits. He's, 2 wounds there. Making 1 save. And he takes a wound. And the Plague Burst Crawler into my Patriarch is going to get 1 hit there. That is strength 8, so that's a wound. That is a save, though. All right, so that's the end of the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 5. I did score the bonus. I did kill something, and I do hold something. I ended up, I don't think I killed more. My opponent killed more, but I hold more, and that is going to be the end of the game. Well, that is going to be the end of the turn, and we are going to call it at that point because there are so few models that can do anything here. So we'll come back to you with the score at the end. All right, so at the end of round 5, which is where we're going to call it, my opponent killed 81 of my models, which gave him full for Reaper. He also got Slay the Warlord and got Last Strike, since he killed something on the last turn for his old school, and he maxed out on Headhunter. I maxed out on Headhunter, got 1 kill for Big Game Hunter because his stuff just wouldn't die. And I also maxed out on Recon. I had guys that were where they needed to be for Recon this whole time. So that at the end of that, with all of the points scored, my opponent has 22 points. I have 25, so a victory to the Genestealer Cult. A minor victory, but I will take whatever I can get. So yeah, these guys, man, tough 8 is so tough to beat through, and just the only way that Genestealer Cult can have it is like you need to get some lucky shots in there, and you just need to keep them tied up so they can't bring like the full brunt of their butcher cannons onto you. Because every time he could do that, he just like devastated me. So I had a great time. So I always enjoy playing against my opponent, Jason. So it is a good time. And this was practice for me with my list that I think I'm going to be bringing with me to Nova Open. So we'll see how it performs down there. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Jason. And until next time, have fun.